Just Us Beast podcast. What are you doing? What are you? Yeah, you can tell this kid never has like team meetings. Like he's like living in the past.
I don't use these background. Oh, this one's dope. Let's go.
Yeah, that's like my room. That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool.
Inside Daniel's room, essentially, right now.
I would consider doing those clouds. Like you put the LEDs with the cloud. That's pretty cool. Anyway. Just Us Beast podcast, episode 1.
Yes.
We're finally here.
We're finally here.
It took 2 months, I think.
Yeah.
For Michael to turn on
the waited. Yeah. It would have been so bad if we waited another 2 weeks.
Up.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
well, go ahead.
Or I was going to say, I'm glad I came back tonight because I did not want to. Because you're going on a cruise Monday.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Is this a birthday cruise?
Yeah, for the twins. They're turning 21. We got them a room. We got them an inside room. They upgraded them. They saw it was their birthday. They gave them a balcony. And we bought them a drink package. I don't know. It's probably going to be awful. It's probably going to be absolutely terrible in so many different ways.
Wait, what kind of cruise is it?
MSC. It's like between if Carnival is the Walmart, it's like a step above Carnival, I would say.
MSC is the one with the best food, right?
Arguably. Virgin is the best, dude. Virgin.
Oh, fuck you.
Virgin was awesome. So I was
like literally,
dude, I feel bad. Well,
it's literally
you can say all that stuff. That's listen, man. Your dog from college. Your dog from college only dies one time. You know what I mean? So that'd be remember that.
Jesus. Well, you still have the credit. You're going to get to go on when it's.
Yes, we are going to do that. We haven't looked at the different itineraries and stuff. I mean, I was kind of looking for my mom because I thought maybe she wanted to do a cruise for her 70th.
Yeah.
But she did not want to do that. So instead we're having like a party for her here on the 19th of
May.
Of April.
April. Yep.
Yeah, because she's on the 22nd.
You're in May. Yes.
Yeah.
We're taking Rue at the end of the month when she goes on her cruise. We're getting Rue. Which is great.
Really?
Yeah, she was gonna give a sitter when we went to dinner. She was like, "Oh, we're gonna hire a sitter." I was like, "Give us the fucking dog, dude."
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So we'll have. I think she'll like being among a pack. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it'll be sick.
Anyway, all right. 5 dogs. Oh my god.
Fenced in yard makes it painless.
Yeah.
Wait, you have 4 dogs, Danny?
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
Oh my god!
I had 3, and then
you got another one.
Then there was a 4th.
Yeah.
No, the 3 were planned. The 4th was not planned, dude. When we lived in Maryland, the owner of the company during COVID, they're Orthodox. They're from the Orthodox community. They got a dog during COVID when everybody was home and everybody was remote. They're like, "Oh, we'll get a dog." He already had 4 kids at this point, which is just I feel like is a lot of kids. Anyway, things are starting to go back to normal. He's like, "I don't want this dog anymore." He's just like, "I don't want this dog." And then we were like, and he didn't even tell us. We had watched the dog all the time because during, Friday night sundown to Saturday night sundown, they can't use electronics. They can't use anything.
What?
And having the dog there while the kids can't be stimulated by like iPads and stuff. Like he said, having the dog there during Shabbos, the Sabbath.
Selma Shabbos.
Shabbos, yes.
Selma Shabbos.
He said it was awful. So we literally would have the dog every weekend. So when he decided to give it away, he didn't even call us. We like found out from like another person. Okay. And then we called him and Christina's like, "Give me the dog." So he's like, "Sure, yeah, $2,500. Yeah, I'll give you the dog."
No.
She's like, "No, you're gonna just give me the dog." He's like, "All right, I'll work it into like a bonus or something." And she's like, "No, you're just gonna give me the dog." And then that's how we got the dog.
So he really is Jewish.
He really is of Michael's clan, yeah.
Especially on Saturdays.
Wait, you just said the Jewish man wanted money for his dog? Oh my god!
Yeah, he's like, crazy. I put an electric fence in my backyard, all this stuff. We're like, we don't care, dude. So that was the 4th. Because Millie's like a normal big size. She's a golden doodle. She's like a big dog. The other ones are small. Yeah. So
and she does this a lot.
Yeah, she's great. She's so cute. She's very, very cute.
Like she'll just come up to you and go,
like and nuzzle you. Yeah, yeah. She like so hides cute. In you. It's very
so cute. Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about episode 7. So I was very confused after I finished it. The one thing I liked about it, I liked the cinematography and the juxtaposition of just how they blended those scenes together of like past and present.
Yes, and a quick note on that: the director is usually the cinematographer for the show. It was her first directing credit ever, I think.
That's why I saw her all over TikTok and talking about this. Okay,
what a amazing first directorial effort.
Who directed it?
So she's usually the cinematographer, maybe, but she's done cinematography for the show. I think that's her job. Yeah. And usually when you first do something, it's not great. But that was awesome. Amazing. I was just like so impressed by that.
Yeah, and I think I saw some things that it wasn't CGI when they were like panning through the floors.
Yeah,
like when those guys were behind, like the people watching the macro data people, like there was those people in that room, like people. Like the way
now were they watching the macro? They were obviously watching the macro data people, but the macro data information is being filtered down to them as well. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah. That was also confusing. So I don't think anyone knows yet. There's theories, but it was weird. They also looked just like the people they were monitoring, which is also super weird.
So weird. Well, I really don't. I mean, it's still. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, they have to feel something, and then that's how they batch the numbers. Like they're just batching them based on feelings, right? So and then the people are watching them experience feelings or something. Like that's the part that I don't understand. We just don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, the running theory. I think the main theory is that, well, you could get this from the episode, is that she every room she goes in is a different severed part of her. So that single room is just a single thing that doesn't remember anything else.
Correct. And she's multi-severed.
Yeah, multi-severed, which no one knew you could do before. So that was a huge reveal.
Yep.
And which was confusing for me, at least. I was like, oh wait, that's what's happening. And they're all like things you wouldn't want to do: go to the dentist, fly in a plane, whatever.
That's it.
But the question we're talking about, the open question, is like, are her feelings being fed into a system that then Adam Scott, or whatever his name is on the show, like is refining? Like that's the confusing part.
Yeah, I don't know if they're refining and they're crafting the experiences of what goes in the room. Like Cold Harbor is a room, right? And we haven't seen what is in Cold Harbor.
I thought that's
the last room she needs to go in before her testing is complete, right?
I felt like it was the other way around. Like they're refining. They're refining is what's making the rooms like that. I don't know how or why, but they're clearly making Cold Harbor. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's the other way around, but that,
it could be either.
Yeah. But I didn't put two and two together that they were putting her through things that you didn't want to experience, right? Because the guy
I just realized that right now talking about it.
Like they were like callbacks. She said she hated writing Christmas notes. Then she has a room where she has to write Christmas notes. But she hates going to the dentist.
Yeah.
You know.
But are we sure that's multi-severed, or is that always okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's pretty for sure, because she comes, like, each character didn't recall that they did anything else besides that one thing.
And they're like, you have to do 6 rooms today, right?
Yeah.
She's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. One little cool tidbit, I think, and again, I don't remember what I knew during the episode, which is probably nothing, or what I read on Reddit after, but the Christmas card writing, they made her, and this is a theory, but I think it's true, they made her do it with her left hand so that her normal dominant self hand wouldn't be hurt afterwards. So use your severed person to hurt your non-dominant hand, but then your regular self has no consequence because it's your dom. I was like,
yeah,
because I was wondering, why was she writing it left?
Yeah, weird that the dude is falling in love with her, and I don't know if you caught it when they were in the. Anyway, let's. Every place that they were going to were lumen places. I don't know if you noticed that, and I didn't notice that at first.
Well, what do you mean?
When they were giving blood, the fertility clinic, everything that they were going to was lumen.
Oh, right, yeah. So does that kind of explain the index cards that she was looking at on the outside?
Correct. Yeah, it's almost like they were recruiting her in a way. Is what it seems like they were recruiting her.
Yes, dude. It's. I mean, I don't know if you guys watch Lost, but it's such a Lost vibey show. Like there's a bigger company that's like bigger than you just think, and it just starts way earlier in life. Like it was a huge show, like huge show reveal. Like they revealed so much.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
It's a lot like Lost, but I didn't find myself that confused after watching Lost. Like every episode, I'm very confused.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing to know. You're also experiencing it a little different than I did. I think at least Danny did too. You're like watching it fully in the last week, right?
Correct.
Or something?
Yeah. I mean, like when I finished the 6th episode and 7 wasn't out yet, I was like, fuck. Like what do I do?
You
now?
get like saturated when you watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I
sat
down after dinner on Monday or Tuesday, watching season 1, episode 1, and I went to sleep at 3:00 in the morning. And Tuesday sucked.
Wait. You watched a season in a day?
In one sitting.
So that's interesting. So initially I thought that would be less confusing, but maybe it's more because when I watch it one time at a week, like I research that and go, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I didn't give myself the opportunity. I just wanted to like, it's, like watching Game of Thrones or any show like that grabs you. You just like, you want to go to the next episode. But
season 1 I felt was complete in and of itself, though.
Yes, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, there wasn't too much. I mean, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what the company's doing. You don't know any of that stuff. But as far as season 1, like understanding it, I agree with that. Like I wasn't really lost during season 1. I saw a lot of questions. Right. But like ever since the outside episode in season 2, I've been like, what is happening?
Wait, like the outside when they're in the fucking
so
those in land.
Episode 3 ends with him starting the reintegration process,
right?
And, like with that awesome score, like, oh man, what's that song? Bam, 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 bam. Oh god. The way episode 3 ends, the score is amazing.
I don't remember
when he remembers himself waking up on the table. It's That song choice was so good. But anyway, so then that happens. In season 4, they're just outside. Like with, I went back. I'm like, did I miss an episode? Like what happened?
Right. Yeah. It's so funny because you watched them in order. I didn't realize when they're outside, I totally forgot that he was reintegrated the episode before.
Yeah.
Like I didn't remember because the week went by, right? Like I just forgot. They're just outside now. And I didn't realize till the end of the episode. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
I don't even think he realized it until he's having sex with Helena. Yeah, with Helena.
Yeah,
not Helly G.
Yeah, a little R word going on if you think about it.
Well, I was thinking about that. He had
he got R'd.
Yeah. He was 2-time that baby though. Like it was like she's like I want to know, and he was like, all right.
You can find out.
And then the next episode, she's like, I want my own experience. Would you like that? He's like, yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah. So that is a funny part because, like, imagine he's like, nah, I can't.
Like, I had enough.
Been there, done that. No, you haven't. No.
Man, but there's so much to that.
Do we think she died? I don't think she died. I don't think she died in a crash.
Oh, that's like the biggest question mark that no one knows.
What do you mean? She obviously
no, but like we don't know what happened between she leaving the house and she's in severed floor or Lumen. We have no idea.
Right.
Yeah. What the fuck happened? Did she voluntarily go in there?
What?
Did she voluntarily go in there?
From what I understand and what I believe, and this seems realistic, is that they promised her that she could have a baby.
Right.
They tricked her. They tricked her into going in there.
Right. So they hinted at like the relationship wasn't as strong as it was in the beginning. He didn't. I think he doesn't say I love you to her, which he doesn't hear.
He like forgets again
because he's caught up in whatever he's doing.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's that. They show, hey, we're not as close. So she could be doing stuff that he doesn't know about, which is like signing up for this fertility trial.
Yeah. But he also tells Devin that he identified her body. Like that's
correct. That's the part that
so that doesn't fuck it. So. What the fuck?
It almost made it seem like he was the I'm pretty sure he said that he's the reason that she died. I believe this whole time
who said that?
Mark S.
Or like he feels like that?
Yeah.
I was under the impression this entire time that he was with her when she died and he crashed the car.
Oh yeah.
He was there.
Point.
Yeah, and that he was drunk or something.
But doesn't he go to like a tree in one of the episodes? And
he even molds the tree that she crashed.
There's a crash spot, and a site, but like maybe she was never in that car.
Either Lumen staged it, or she was in an accident, and then they took her.
Or Lumen saved her, and they were like.
Yeah, or I mean, there's also a revival. Who knows if she did die and they fucking revived her, or that's a clone, or that's like there's a lot. I don't know.
Yeah. We still don't understand why a fucking child is the assistant manager of the separate floor.
Right. Yeah.
This Kwong is just there wanting to play that fucking instrument.
Right. That is odd.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you guys. I know you're baiting me right now, but I'm not gonna bite. No, I'm gonna bite. Fuck it. I don't care.
Dude, who cares?
Was she pregnant? Maybe.
You
she
know,
was
you know what?
pregnant. Maybe she was.
I saw a theory
if she's
that it's
alive.
that
If
I
she's
saw,
alive, hold
oh,
on.
man.
If she's alive, maybe she was also pregnant.
Yes.
Maybe Mark S didn't know.
No.
And that's why Miss Hong.
I saw a theory that it's that fucking doctor. That doctor got it's her and that doctor's baby.
Yeah.
The doctor that is creeping on her.
Oh,
Dr. Mao or whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh,
yes,
that's a good theory.
I don't
That's
think it's a
fucked up
coincidence that Gemma and the baby look like
Asian.
they're similar origin story. Whatever, however you say that.
Asian descent.
Yeah, or what? Is she Asian? I don't know. Whatever she is.
Miss Huang is definitely Asian.
Yes, and Gemma, I guess, is.
Gemma's Asian. Yeah, she's also Australian.
Oh, yes, she is.
And
she's married to Zava in real life.
That's how I figured that out.
Who is she married to?
Zava, the guy, not Zava, the actor that plays Zava in Dead Last.
You know that soccer player Zlatan something. He's like a soccer player, European soccer player.
That's who he's based off of, right?
Yeah, he's based off of.
Who? What are we talking about?
Ted Lasso.
Oh, okay.
There's a character.
There's a headline.
Yes, a character in the show called Zava.
Okay.
He plays this very eccentric, really good soccer player.
Wait,
the actor that plays Zava is Gemma's husband in real life.
Tom, you haven't watched Ted Lasso yet?
No,
that will be. I will do what you did. It will trade places. I will binge in a week, and then we'll do an episode of Ted Lasso.
That's a very different show. There won't be need
totally, but
yeah. Well, we should talk about it. We should find things to talk about Ted Lasso on the podcast.
No, but I mean, dude, I could talk about Schitt's Creek. I could talk about Parks. Like if I binged any of these other that are not Severance, you could still talk about them.
Yeah,
100%. And Ted Lasso is so much. It won so many Emmys, dude. There's a reason.
So they're making a bunch of new seasons, right? It's going to be a girls' theme, and that's all we know.
That's all I've heard. That's all I've heard. Yeah,
and he's going to be the coach. And Daredevil's Resurrection starts next week.
Daredevil,
dude. Yes,
I know you're pumped about that. Does that take off from season 3 of Daredevil?
It must. It must.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it must. Okay. And the guy who played Kingpin.
Yep.
He's like
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh, Vincent D'Onofrio. Yeah, he's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, he's like a way better actor than like anyone in Marvel, and he's coming back.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Oh, he's the fucking mayor, dude. He's out of prison and he's the fucking mayor. Yeah, dude. So like they have to like break in the trailer. You see them like trying to break bread. Like, how are we gonna fucking navigate this shit? Because you're a superhero and I'm fucking.
That's what I could do too, as it goes.
Oh, absolutely.
Or maybe they drop them all. I forget. No, they drop them one at a time, right? In Disney
one at a time. Yeah, week over week. Yeah.
But to get back to the kid thing, so I read this thing that they think Cobell was a Lumen, like it's kind of like Scientology, like in Lumen from birth or whatever.
Yeah.
So and they hinted at like somewhere, I guess I didn't research where they hinted at like kids being severed. So they were saying maybe Miss Huang is like that. It's just like someone's kid who's in Lumen and then she's
severed from birth.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
But yeah, it seems like it's a kid of someone or a clone of someone. That's where I was forever.
Yeah. Well, I thought the clone theory was a legit theory for a while.
Yeah. So did the woman that was helping Mark leave towards the end of the episode? Did she actually leave?
Yeah,
but Devin never called Miss Cobell, or she didn't get her, or something, whatever.
Did she press dial? I don't know.
No, she never pressed dial.
Then why did she leave?
Because she was about to.
She was about to, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that was the only wonky part of the episode.
I mean, that bitch killed somebody. Like she doesn't want to be around. She literally killed somebody.
So that was the only like not great cinematic part for me. It was like she's like, I'm gonna leave if you do that. She's like, I'm gonna do it. She's like, I'm leaving. I don't know. It was like very.
And then
like,
she's like, wait, I didn't do it. She's like, I'm already like out the door.
That was a weird, awkward thing.
Yeah,
I think
like, I can't turn around now. No, you can. Though. Just stop leaving.
Yeah, and then it ends and she doesn't call, I guess, or
no, I don't think she.
So what's gonna happen with that? Like, obviously.
I feel like Patricia Arquette has to come back into the story. She's an A-list actor. She's part of the story.
Yeah.
I feel like, but I know in the opening, I don't know if you watched the opening. It's like weird, right? The opening thing.
Awesome.
It's really sick. But her car is in like a lake.
I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, her car's in like a lake in the opening thing, like bobbing, like the front end of it's bobbing and the rest of it's underwater.
Oh boy.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
That's so funny you say that. So just that last episode, for the first time, I watched the opening of season 2, and I was like, you know what? Like, someone made this. Let me watch it. You know? And I was like, oh, I'm glad I did, but I usually just skip it.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really,
so that was another thing about the outside episode. The
Ortbo.
It was different. The intro was different.
Oh, it was?
It wasn't that at all. It just said Severance and then was very brief and then went right back into the episode, I think.
Wait, why did Danny just yell, though?
I don't know.
That was their activity. It was called an Ortbo.
Because he said it and then he looked away.
Let's call it what it is.
I thought he was yelling at me. I didn't know what the hell happened.
Ortbo.
Ortbo!
What is the Ortbo?
Yeah.
It's the outdoor retreat team building occurrence. That's what the Ortbo.
Oh, that was it. Sorry. There's a theory that like the whole fucking not just Lumen building, like, and it probably makes sense, like where Mark lives, where Bert lives, like it's all just part of like a fake town. Like where Mark lives, like you never see anyone else. All the houses are the same. Cobell lives next to him.
They're all driving those old like 80s cars.
Yeah. It's like a whole Truman Show, they were saying, basically.
Yeah, That's what it feels like.
It takes place not in current time, right? It takes place like in the 80s.
No. I think it's current time.
Then everybody's driving a 1980s car. It doesn't make sense.
I think it's just like an alternate. I think it's like it might just be like I don't know.
No, but that's maybe not important, but it's something I've been wondering.
100%.
Why they're all driving very old cars.
Right.
Well, the abbreviation for the state is made up. Like that town is made up, obviously.
Yeah, so that's why like either the whole show takes place in just a different Earth, or like just a different place, or they were saying like everyone's severed already. Like Mark is a severed person. Like Audi Mark is a severed person already. Like they severed everyone, put them in this Truman Show town, and then they had even Audi. Mark is a severed person from his original self.
Oh. Okay. Right, so Devin's severed, and
everyone.
Her weird husband.
They just don't work for Lumen and get that fucking go down the elevator and then.
Right. Either they're severed or they work for Lumen. But
we still don't know what's going on with that book that like resonated with the Ennies. We still don't know what's going on with that of him coming up with like the Lumen version of his book, right? Because they solicited him to do that.
Well, he's got to give her what Nat wants.
Yeah.
Yo,
Nat.
That
Rickon is the weirdest character, dude.
First of all, he's named after a Stark from Game of Thrones. Like that's unreal.
Yeah,
yo, he's so funny, dude.
What about Rebecca? Rebecca, like she's weird too. There's so many weird people.
The actress that plays the woman, is that Nat, who like speaks for the board?
Yeah, with the headset on all the time.
Yeah, like she's one of my favorite. Like she's really good at that character. Like it's
100%.
It's really good, actually.
Yeah, I think this is her first role. I was looking her up. She was just like an Instagram model or just like a model. Like,
really?
Like her first role. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
and she nailed it. But Milchick is like top.
Milchick is my favorite character.
Top notch character. When he breaks and he's just like, "You're gonna tell her that you fucked." In his face.
That was awesome. Dude, the episode where they get the dance party breakout and he's like, I'm like, this has to be in the 80s, right?
That became a meme. Like that's like a really good meme, dude. It's so good.
Do you know they call him Milkshake on the internet?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought I was the only one.
Someone called him Milkshake on the show.
Oh, it was okay. It's from the show. I didn't know that.
That's where it came from. Yeah, I forget who did.
Let's talk about this. We didn't even know the episode before. Do we think Bert is the name of the episode with Bert? Something's up with Bert, man.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Christopher Walken's character.
Yeah,
something's up with him. Like he's not a good person.
Right. So that was the part of the story that how much this show gave us in the last episode that wasn't touched upon. That was a cliffhanger from that episode. So apparently everyone thinks that Christopher Walken's character, Bert, is a mole, like is a Lumen.
Correct.
Right? Is that
Yeah, because his husband said he worked for Lumen for 20 years and he was just like, no, you're wrong, because Severance only came out 12 years ago. So like he really has worked for Lumen for 2 decades.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, we don't know what happened before.
We don't. Yeah,
but what gave that away? Just the fact that he wants a little one-on-one time with what's his name?
I think they hinted at a threesome, but
yeah. And he's like, "You want him there?" He's like, "There or not, whatever." You know,
yeah. I think they were saying that Bert Helena'd John Turturro's character, whatever his name, Irving. Like he did the same thing that Helena did to
get information.
Mark. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't,
dude. That line when John Turturro's or Irving's on the phone and then he approaches him and he walks out to him. He's like, "I have a thing about people knocking on my door, screaming my name."
Yeah.
He's just like, what a line, dude.
Yo.
Like, I just have a thing about that.
And it's just Christopher Walken playing Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
No different.
I have a thing.
I missed the implication that he might be like evil or something.
I think that's what it was.
The character is his name. His fucking pet name from his husband is Attila.
Which is what?
I'll give you the context on it. He was like a conqueror. He was like not a good dude.
Oh, like Attila yeah. So
Attila the Hun, right? Because he said, "I don't call him Hun, I call him Attila."
Yes, that's what. Yes, and then Michael, what Danny said before, also that his husband's worked for Lumen for 20 years.
Right? Yeah. And he was kind of brushing that off, even though it's
correct. He just tried to be correct. He was just like,
yeah. Well, I hope John Turturro's not going anywhere because he is. Dude, phenomenal.
So good. No, that was a good thing that he died, but they kept him in the show. And
then, yeah. Why didn't they just say that? Like, why wouldn't Milcher just be like, he's not dead, he's just not here anymore? Like he didn't say it like that. He's like, he's going on a boat ride, like a dog's going to a farm. Like that's not what. Like, why can't you just say like they don't know either way anyway? So like, he's not here anymore. He's he's alive. He's
that's
fine.
Probably one of the most fucked up things about being Severance is that they lie to their innie and outie, but they're not connected, so they don't know that they're lying. Right? Like, right. Emma leaves the fucking floor and arrives on the Severed floor, which is fucked up. That they make you have to, if you're trying to leave where she is, you have to go through the Severed floor.
Yeah.
Right.
So she just comes to the Severed floor as Miss Casey. They're like, "Oh, you just got lost. Turn right back."
Yeah. That was it.
Yeah.
Did you catch that? She goes, "Where's?" And then he cuts her off.
Yeah, she's gonna ask where's Mark, right?
Yeah. So she goes, "Where's?" And then when she goes down, the first thing she says is Mark? Something like that. Like together it was "Where's Mark?" Maybe I'm wrong. Fuck, I read that somewhere.
So
yeah, she did say "Where's Mark?" because when she goes down, she says Mark because she's the version that knows Mark.
Yeah.
So like she just said "Where's Mark?" essentially.
But the version that got to the Severed floor is the same version that got back down the elevator, correct?
No.
Severed
floor is Miss Casey.
Yeah, Miss Casey goes, "Where's?"
But you remember, she liked Mark. She said the 8 hours on the Severed floor, and I think 133 hours of her existence were her favorite 8 hours.
Okay.
Right, and that's the whole love conquers all. It's going to turn out that she knows Mark even though she's severed, and then maybe ruin the Severed program or something. That's like one theory of how it all turns out.
But what Lewin obviously is trying to do, and I think the last part of what Cole Harbor is like, if they can create a Severance so that you don't experience the things you don't like, they're going to just mass sell that. They're going to sell that Severance to people, right? You had that woman who didn't want to have, like, was severed and had a baby. Right.
So you think Cold Harbor could be an amalgam of all 6 rooms, essentially, something like that?
No, I just think it's the final product testing of multi-Severance to then mass sell to the public.
Yeah. So that's what it seems like. I just think there has to be like a bigger thing than like, oh, we want to sell
Severance. Yeah.
Like it just seems like that's not.
It would be too little.
Yeah, it's not that even like mysterious. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's be like, it's not even that. I don't know. They're doing all this to create a product. It's just weird.
I mean, the more I watch it, like being severed, it is fucked up. Like you have a whole nother existence that knows that it's like self-aware, but can be snuffed out just like Irving's character. That whole character is gone now. That version of Irving is completely gone.
Yep. Yeah. There's a lot. If you look at a lot of the cinematography, there's a lot of like people in mirrors or like people with like a line down the middle of the screen. Like there's a lot of duality and a lot of that. I think that's the whole thing, right? It's like,
oh yeah, it was fucking creepy as shit when they had their own persons pointing them where they're going during the Ortbo. Remember that?
Yeah. now that I remember what an Ortbo is,
But dude, there's just like the characters are just pointing. I'm like, dude, this is fucking creepy, man.
Yeah. So Okay, so they do
the cloning thing too, but yeah.
Yeah. So they do drop Thursday at 9. So I just found that out.
I always thought it was Friday.
Me too. So
yeah, when you said you watched it, I'm like, what?
Yeah. No, I was like couldn't sleep and I went on. I was like, what?
Well, I thought about staying up till midnight and it was 9 o'clock and my eyelids were in front of my face already. So I said,
Yeah.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah. But yeah, we could do this, like we could watch it and then do this because it is, you could talk about this for so long.
Are there going to be 10 episodes in the season or more?
10.
Yeah.
10? Okay.
Oh, that was it. Next week's episode is about Cobell and it's 37 minutes long.
It's short.
Short.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so you mean like a backstory, maybe? Like,
I don't know. That's like they gave the description and just said Cobell does a thing, and then they gave the runtime.
Where did you see that on Apple? You can go like see it. Yeah.
What the next episode?
And they don't do previews for the next episode either, right? I was a little bummed about.
I don't think I've ever seen a preview.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But this happens in every show. The recap also usually hints at like something major happening in the show.
Yeah.
But I forgot what it was and I was like, I want to be reminded of what happened, but I also don't want the spoiler. Like I'm really weird with spoilers, so
yeah.
I'm like
this week, number 7, the previews were all about season 1. That's what I was like.
The recap, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Basically, up until the point she said she's alive, I think, and that's when the episode started. It was all about Gemma. So
yeah,
makes sense. Like Danny said, like nothing that they do is by accident. It's like.
Yeah, dude.
That's just something. Everything is deliberate, and everything that they do. Like even the song he was whistling, when he was getting the dental equipment, where we didn't see that doctor's face. That song is about people drowning, and Cold Harbor is the last project, and I think Cold Harbor is going to be you drowning. Drowning her.
Yes, they foreshadowed that a few times. One with
right, just like if a mudslide happened, what would you be more afraid of, suffocating or drowning? And she said drowning.
Yep. Yeah.
And he's whistling a song about fucking sailors drowning in Lake Superior or something.
Dude, maybe that's it. Maybe it's severing yourself from death, right? Because that's the ultimate.
Maybe that's it.
It's like it kicks in when you're about to die, and you don't have to experience that.
Yep.
But then she's gonna die, and like, how will they know if it works?
Yeah, because they're saying she'll be free. They keep telling her she'll be free. Right.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe if your severed version self dies, you don't die. I don't. Who knows?
No, it's one body.
One body, right?
One body.
Yeah.
That's not true. If that's not a fact, I'm not watching the show.
Yo, so there is a chart.
There's 2 marks.
You're like, wait, this whole time there's 2 bodies. Wait, so there it was an interesting chart. They like put shows on of like one, the horizontal axis was like weird for weird's sake, like not good weird. And then the other one was like weird for art, or story or whatever. And there was just a bunch of shows on there. Like there is like Lost got that, right? Where it just got too weird. They never wrapped up half the storylines and it just went off the rails. And there's shows that do it right or whatever. And they were like, where's Severance going to end on this? Because that's the whole thing. It's kind of not easy, but it's easier to start the 2/3 of the story of a mysterious show because the whole thing is like the audience is like, where's it going? But it's hard to nail it.
Yeah.
So that's the big question.
Like stick the landing.
Stick the landing and make the thing that's the whole thing like worth it, like and if you don't do that in a show like this, people hate it,
Show.
Now Danny, have you seen Mr. Robot?
Yes. Not enough to remember it. I remember
but we've all seen it. So I think that show nailed it. Because the first 2 seasons, you have no idea that the reason everything is happening or why he's so disassociated is because of what happened to him. And like, maybe, I don't know, shouldn't spoil it for the one person that might watch our pod, but like, but
not a long time, but
that, obviously the inappropriate sexual experiences with his father caused him
that was the whole thing, right?
And like that's what caused all of it. Like, all of it. Like he not only disassociated once removed from that person,
right?
He disassociated again from that.
Damn.
So he was twice removed from the person that had those experiences, and that was the Mr. Robot versus the what do they call him, Tom? the conductor or something like that.
Yeah, but dude, that's such a apt parallel show to this. Perhaps.
Yeah, I don't know why. I was thinking about when you said like, is the show going to go off the rails? Is it weird for weird? Because
right.
I'm watching that show, I was like, this is just kind of weird. And
right.
then they really brought it home, and
totally,
I was impressed. And I actually was going to rewatch that show.
Yeah, I rewatched it. I've watched it 2 times, and they think it's when the writer and creator of the show has the ending before they start the show. That's the big difference, right? So they know where it's going to go, just like Breaking Bad or whatever. Not that was a mysterious show, but just like
but could have also been poorly executed.
Yeah, a finite amount of seasons and episodes, and you don't just go. And I think that's more common now without the network TV.
I think I read that's more common in British television, where they have to it.
Yeah,
and then that's why Ted Lasso stuck the landing too. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Like completely.
You were saying that about Ted Lasso recently. I think you told me that. About the they had written the ending. Yeah,
it always just and that it was always intended to just be 3 seasons.
I think they do more mini series.
Right,
like they'll even do one series. Like they do more mini series than like us
it's
something.
the American thing to have the thing go on forever.
Money, baby.
My wife subscribed to BritBox, so I have like all these.
I asked her, I was like, "What do you even watch?" She's like, "BritBox," and I was like,
"What is that?"
She's like, "I'm not
exactly." It's just like all these British shows, she likes like British murder shows, like.
Yeah,
let's just say if I go missing, just start the search. That's the first question, sir.
You know what? I watch Reacher. That might not be up your guys' alley, but Reacher is also a really good show.
Wait, Reacher?
Is it like Jack Reacher? Or?
Oh, that's what Krasinski.
Huh? No, that one's Jack Ryan. That one's good too. That one's good.
Reacher.
No, Reacher. Tom Cruise played him in the movies.
Oh, so it's an action.
An action. No, it's more of like a mystery, actually. So he's like a nomad character. He's a former army major. He literally only keeps like a couple bucks and like a toothbrush, and he just goes from place to place. And trouble always finds him. That's his thing.
Yes,
trouble always finds Reacher. But he's an investigator, so he's incredibly smart. It's almost like a Sherlock Holmes. Like he's so smart. But he's also 6'3" and 240. He's huge.
Is that on Apple or
Amazon?
Okay,
Amazon. And he just has this thing, like, even though he'll be helping the police, like he just kills people, and like it don't matter. Like, so he's just awesome.
It's actually really cool, like, because that's such a different kind of show, right? It's like not cerebral, I'm assuming, as this is. Maybe
no, not so much. No.
Yeah,
but you're along for the mystery that Reacher is solving. Like, right. I don't know more than Reacher does, right? Like you're in that same kind of realm.
But I just like how you can watch or enjoy different kinds of shows, because like sometimes I'll be like, oh, I don't want to watch a show that I don't know what the fuck's going on for 2 seasons. It is comforting to watch a show where some guy's just kicking ass with dollar bills or what, I don't know, whatever he's doing.
Each season is based off a book, and Lee Child, that's like his pen name, that's not even his real name, but he wrote a bunch of books. So there's so much source material, and so each season is one book.
I think my dad's read all of them on his Kindle or something.
Yeah, my mom has read all of them. So she loves it. But yeah, he's just such a badass character. Because you know why you like him? Because like the justice system can take long for people, like really bad people do not deserve to go through the justice system just to get away with it.
Fucking justice system.
And Reacher just has his own form of justice,
I fucking stayed at Michael's house while Molly was there. She wasn't even away till like 6 a.m. At 5 a.m, I put on Judge Dredd from like 2010.
The newer one. The one with
that's what you and Anton had on?
Lena Headey in it.
Yeah. So me and Anton watched Justice Be Served for like 2 hours. Like, it was sick.
Dude, that one scene, dude, I saw that thing recently where she's like mind fucking the dude, and he thinks that like he's in control and like raping her, and then she just bites his dick off.
This is in Judge Dredd.
Wait, that's not in Dredd. Wait, the original?
No, not the remake.
Wait, Dread? No, I just watched it. That happens in Dread?
Dude, okay, so the main character is what's his name? The guy from The Boys. Why am I forgetting his fucking name? The Australian actor.
I didn't even know that because he doesn't take his mask off, but I believe
that guy. What the fuck is his name? Hold on.
And his rookie partner is the woman.
The woman. She has telekinetic powers. If she touches you. So they get that black guy who works for Mama. Well, I think that's her name, something Mama.
Oh, you're right. Now I remember. Okay.
And she's going to interrogate him, and then he thinks he's taking control of the interrogation, and then it's like raping her.
Yes.
And then she was like, "Dude, this is like my mind game. Fuck you."
Yes. So it didn't happen in real life. It was in his mind.
In his simulation in his mind.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. But he like experienced the pain as if it actually happened.
Yeah, that. Oh my god!
and she bites his penis off.
Ow!
Yeah, dude, it's like a really like it's a dark movie if you think about it. But
so I watched it and then I left, and Molly was upstairs. She had just woken up, and I was like, "See ya."
We could probably.
We had a good time. I think she had a good time. Did you guys recap the trip? Her trip?
Yeah. No, we spoke about it a lot. She had an awesome time with you guys. You're the best, most hospitable people ever.
That's Christina. I'm just there.
But you cook? Did you cook? Did you cook for my wife?
Michael's wife Molly went to visit Danny and his wife.
Yes.
Without Michael.
Without me,
Without Michael. Yes, because you were going to a golf thing in the other
side. So
you were in Florida, just not.
I had just gotten back Wednesday, and then she wanted to go Friday, and like I thought about, just coming for the weekend with her.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
but it was just a lot.
I just want to play that new course that we're.
I'm gonna come and without her, and I'll just.
Okay.
But wasn't the thing that you have a new puppy and you can't know?
Yeah.
Right?
I that short of notice. There's no way we're getting a sitter, and my parents are in Florida, so I had to stay.
Yeah.
But the next time we come, hopefully we'll be able to, get a sitter. And
we went and looked at all these model homes. Like it was a place where like you look at the templates. They're all you can modify them, and then you just like order your home. Like that's how it works. Like
it's new construction
design studio, but they build it from scratch to what you'd pick.
Yeah, new construction with an HOA. Yeah.
But like, dude, these houses, like every single one of them has an interior decorator. They're the most gorgeous things you'll ever see. Like you're just like, I want to live here.
Yeah. The thing I can't wrap my head around is what taxes cost in Florida. I had no idea that they were
on new constructions. Yeah.
Well,
so taxes are 2%.
No, but like even like she looked in PGA National, not Village. PGA National.
Oh, well, that's Palm Beach County. But I know a house that's priced like those new constructions, but not a new construction, that taxes are not that high.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Taxes on the sale of the house or property taxes?
Like no, not the sale of the house. That's separate. But like the property taxes are 2% of the sale price. So if you're getting like a $1
million home, it's 20 grand.
20 grand
every year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a different way of doing it.
I didn't know Florida did it like that. Like,
or is it a different way? Maybe it's usually the assessed value of the house.
Assessed value.
Yeah. The assessed value is 80. Well, if you buy $1 million house, it'll assess at 85%.
Right.
So your taxes will be on $850,000. 2%
of that is different.
That's still $17,000. Like my taxes are 4.
I get you. Oh,
taxes in Delaware are 38 or like 35.
Yo, Delaware is the craziest thing. It's like traveling back in time 15 years, like price wise, dude. So I go to a nice restaurant with her, like really, really nice with my wife, and I thought it was going to be $200 easy. I was just counting that, right? So I had $500 in my pocket. I was like, this is gone, whatever. Bill comes, it's $150. I was like, yo, that's amazing. That's the subtotal. And then I looked at the total. And it was the same fucking number because there's no taxes. I was like, this is amazing.
Right.
And it's just like a different mind. Like I'm not used to that. I ordered a bunch of furniture to the house on the website. Subtotal, total, same number. Saving hundreds. I'm just not. It's a different.
That's crazy. Yeah. Because you're getting it delivered in Delaware. It's not,
there's no tax like on any. I'm just like.
That's that each state.
So cheat.
That's why people pick different states to live in.
So cheat code for anything I want to buy moving forward. I'm gonna ship it to your house.
I was gonna text all my friends, including you, and saying if you want anything like of value, just buy it, send it to my house. Like, not even joking.
Yeah.
Like, literally save like $300 on a $2,000 purchase or whatever it is.
Easily. Yeah.
It's crazy.
So how's the place coming?
It's good. I mean, it's basically like, I think it went so cheap because it needs a facelift. Like, if you walked into the house, if it was your first house, you'd be like, oh, I don't want to live here, probably. But I've lived houses and I know what you have to do to paint or whatever. Like, it just needs like, structurally it's sound, right? So nothing major. I'm just like, this wallpaper needs to come off and I need to.
It's like 90s or 2000s design.
Exactly.
And whatever was popular then.
We just redo kitchens, bathrooms, new paint, whatever it is, and it's gonna be awesome. So I'm actually like enjoying doing it myself. So
that's cool. So you're gonna do everything. You're gonna do the kitchens and bathroom too.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's because like I don't know when we're gonna live there, so I'm gonna have these months of just like not having to worry about like tearing apart the house and people living there.
There's nothing there. There's no one there.
Right. And it's also a good stop if we want to do a trip there and golf or gamble.
For sure, yeah. Are you like for like the major stuff like the kitchen and the bathroom stuff? Like, are you gonna bring in somebody that's like done that kind of stuff, or are you just gonna kind of like YouTube it and go for it?
I'm gonna do everything.
I find that fascinating. Yeah.
Anything I can. I think electrical is where it gets hairy, and plumbing. Like, and gas, right?
I would have messed with plumbing.
Flooring, I don't know if you're gonna do that, but flooring isn't too difficult.
No,
I don't know about cabinetry though, dude. I feel like that's difficult.
I don't know. Like, that's the stuff I will explore because I know I could potentially figure it out. Right. I'm not going to do anything you have to go to a trade school for because then it's not worth it.
Yeah. Plumbing and electrical, like you said, that's where do-it-yourselfers they kind of stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you fucking kill yourself because it's like
but it's crazy.
So I asked you a question, like as a possible investment property, because you don't know like what situation is going to be. Do you go to put down 20%? Do you go to put less? Do you go to put more? Like, how does that change when it might be an investment property? Because that's like the next house that I purchased may be an investment property. I don't know. Like, you put down the same amount. Like, does it work like that?
I think
he'd sold his house, right? So you had some
liquidity. Right. So it's like, what's your bankroll? And it's all opportunity cost, right? So do I put $200,000 into this house, right? And what does that cost me? So it's a percentage. It's your interest rate. Versus, can I park this $200,000 in the market and make more than the interest rate costs?
Yeah, correct.
That's the only calculation.
Yep.
So I mean, it just depends.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I would, if you were going to rent it, you want your mortgage to be as cheap as possible, so you can at least net something each month. You don't want to just break even each month.
Right. I think that still holds. Like, so if that $200,000 that you did not put into the mortgage is making you, $500 a month, I don't know, whatever the fuck the number is.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't matter if you're losing $100 on the rent being lower than the mortgage.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
So it's a weird game, but like, and the other thing is you could put 20% down and then I don't think there's any point in paying more than 20 because you can then just pay off at any time you want
with the extra money that you have.
Any amount of money of the mortgage.
Yeah. So that's so you went 20%. Like that's So okay. So I was wondering because I figured I'm like
I think you get better
sitting on cash from the sale. Like Danny said, if you put more into it, like you can net positive immediately if you're renting it, but you don't even know if you're renting it. So I was just wondering how you guys kind of.
Yeah, I think when we if it was a true investment property, it would have been different. But I don't know.
That's my question though. So if it's a true investment property, do you put more into it just so you could be net positive from like?
I don't literal Excel spreadsheet, and it'll give you three scenarios. Right?
You're gonna have to show me what you mean in more detail.
You literally could ask ChatGPT, like for real. We put.
Wait, you don't incorporate that into your life yet, Mike?
That's how people get severed,
dude. It's amazing,
dude.
What if ChatGPT answers are all severed people just answer?
You know who also uses?
Did you just ask it that? Don't ask it that.
You know who also uses a lot? Jackie uses it all the time, and guess what? She does fucking sick work because she uses it to her advantage, dude. She's killing it. She's fucking killing it.
That's good to hear. And at Chase, they and for context, Jacqueline, my wife, Danny, hired just recently. And it was amazing. So thank you. Thank you. For a lot of reasons. But no, like even at Chase, where I just started 2 months ago, they tell you they have their own LLM suite, large language model to use, and they use it for coding and make PowerPoints. Like they want you to use it.
Yep. Like,
So
save yourself time.
AI in general, not
AI in general. Yeah. Save time. Do not do fucking labor work. Don't make a PowerPoint. Like, that's such a waste of time for an executive, you know?
Yeah. I'd have to think of the context that you could use it in.
My company is very old school.
Yeah, like you could probably do some pretty creative stuff with a parts list that have prices and stuff.
I'm sure.
Asking questions.
I'm sure.
I'm trying to think of what you would do with a parts list.
Danny has some context. He worked there.
Yeah.
So Jacqueline we got in the inspection report from the house, and she put it into ChatGPT, and it gave us a timeline of what to do and when to do it. From replacing window to whatever the fuck, right? And you could say, I want to facelift this house, and they're like, all right, do the floors and then the whatever, and they give you a year timeline. Like, it's amazing. We sent it to our realtor. They're like, Jacqueline, this is amazing. Like, she wrote it. She was like, she used it in the negotiations for the house, for the selling of the house.
One of her clients' websites are funny, but like, I don't know. You can go to a website one day and then the next day the website's broken. Like, that shit happens all the time. But she like scanned the website, the code. She like downloaded the code, the schema, like the back end code of the website, and said, "What's the difference between these two things?" Because we didn't know why it was broken. And then she was like, "Oh, here's why it's broken," and just gave it to the dev team.
Wait, that's more than I've ever used. That's amazing. Why is it?
How can you download the back end code of the website?
I'll show you.
No, that's the real question. Is nobody's website safe from that?
You can open up anything, and he'd be like, "Oh, that's crazy."
Okay, so I'll show you how I got there.
It's gonna be good to have
you right click. Oh, you can't see my right click, but if you right click, there's an inspect button, and now it shows you the code of the page. This is HTML.
Oh, gotcha.
This is
mainframe.
Sometimes I click on that by accident and I go,
I'm hacking, dude. I'm hacking.
Then I X out of it real quick.
But no, but that's
the matrix.
Right, she just extracted this from the both pages and said, like, what is different about these two pages?
So you can just download that.
Well, she just copy pasted it and put it in ChatGPT. She just literally Control-C, Control-V.
It's no wonder people's proprietary information gets stolen very easily, and like someone's gonna make this website tomorrow and call it When We Were Old. Like, it's like it's ridiculous that you can do that.
So the Killer song is When We Were Young. Is that like?
I don't know if that's what it came from, but it could be.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
Is that a good segue into
yeah, so
well, segue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well-timed segue. Well, the reason I wanted the first episode to be about this is because, like, Michael left the next day. I didn't even see Michael, right? Like, the four of us, or the three of us, we tried to get McDonald's, or we did get McDonald's. No, we ordered Pizza Hut.
No, did we?
Yeah, you got a pizza, and then I ordered the pizza, and they're like, "You could have just had some of my pizza," and I'm like,
right.
We ordered the same thing,
right? We had
that was at the concert still.
Like all right. So when we left the concert, we were trying to Uber back home, but it's fucking madness. Madness.
So the three of us with our wives all went to When We Were Young in October of 24, just for context.
Yeah. And at the end of the show, Michael, you went your own way, and I did not see you. Christina and Wesley is Christina's brother, stayed to watch Fall Out Boy and Headliner.
Oh, yep. I thought they
stayed the whole time. They stayed
the whole time.
Yeah. Savage
is a real one.
So me, Tom, and Jackie met at the exit, and then we like walked to this McDonald's. We were gonna try and I forgot we were gonna try and order In-N-Out or something. I forgot. Anyway, we Ubered back, but then we didn't even talk about the concert. Like, we just went back into just like being in Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't really talk about anything. So
that's what you're saying. It would be good to recap on it because we never talked about
it. We never like recapped. Like, right. Michael left. I think you left or we both left like shortly after that. But
so I saw Tom. We played golf the next day, didn't we?
No.
Oh, we didn't.
No, you left the next day.
Okay, right. Yeah.
Wait, you might have. Didn't you golf in the morning, then had lunch?
I thought we golfed in the morning, then we had lunch, and I left. Yeah, no, Danny's right. We did. Yeah.
I never saw Michael again because you're like Tom's like, you want to come for lunch?
I played golf. I played golf on myself the day before.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If it would be good if we did this weekly, because like I don't fucking remember.
I know it's literally like 6 months ago. It's literally
Tom had me convinced that we didn't play golf for a second. I was like, "Oh yeah, no,
we're going to another one in 7 months."
Right, it's almost the same amount of time.
Yeah, exactly.
But Yeah.
One, I had never been to a festival before. Two, you guys have been to way more shows than me. I was like thinking about what shows did I go to, like growing up or whatever. I remember Greg's mom took us to Bruce Springsteen. She let us smoke. We would not, to get us to come. She let us smoke pot in the back.
That's
like we were like, Greg's mom was really cool like that, you know.
Yeah.
She let us smoke pot, and then we went to Bruce Springsteen. Then another show, she took us to Carlos Santana. In MSG, let us smoke pot. We went to that. That was those. So like childhood, those are like the only two shows that I'd ever been to.
I forgot you said that. So it's such a wild experience for you. And then just to comment on, those are two amazing concerts to go to.
In context, I mean, I was just high, but I mean, I always like Carlos Santana. I never really listened to Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah,
but
like, you've been to other bands though, haven't you? Like,
well, since I'm gonna go through a little timeline. I go to college, Eastern Connecticut State, whatever. My roommate's like, "Oh, let's go see a show." I'm like, "Okay, cool. We're gonna go to Webster Hall." Or I don't know.
Is Carlos Santana in town?
No. Cradle of Filth. Fucking Cradle of Filth, dude.
What?
Your first three concerts were Bruce Springsteen, Carlos Santana, then Cradle of Filth.
Cradle of Filth.
That's like a.
And I remember there was a band called Chthonic that opened for Cradle of Filth, and they're from Taiwan. And metal music is outlawed in Taiwan. If you play that music in Taiwan, you go to jail. And they're like, "We're so happy that Cradle of Filth lets us tour with them because we get to play music. Otherwise, we'd get arrested. In our home country."
Wait, so were you scared of concerts after that? Like, what was your
Cradle of Filth? I was like, this is not it, dude. I don't this is not it. But then let me think. After that, we saw Matt and Kim on the pier in Manhattan. We saw Matt and Kim.
Killer vibe.
Yeah, and then we saw Me Without You in Brooklyn. I remember Me Without You. We saw them.
That was great. Me Without You.
And then that's about it.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, because that's I forgot you hadn't been to a festival, let alone like that many shows. Yeah.
No.
So I've been to Bamboozle, I've been to Warped Tour, but it had been a long time.
Yes.
So there was concern about the amount of walking around.
Yeah. Oh, that's
my feet hurt so fucking bad.
It wasn't when you were young for Danny.
No. It was when we're.
Dude, but
that's why it's when we were young.
We're young. But seriously, though, that I cannot describe. I can only describe that it was a spiritual experience. Being like hearing the music of like the childhood days and just being teleported back. Like you, Tom, you really like showed me these bands like Emery. I mean, most of them. But Emery obviously being the iconic one for me. And then I don't know, just like see, it was crazy, man.
Yeah, you had a different look in your eye the entire time, and I was like, "You're like, I'm like, yeah, no, this is awesome."
Dude, when Chiodo,
like, bro. But no, now it makes sense because you were going from Carlos Santana to
right,
like all your favorite bands in one spot.
Right. It's a totally different experience for him. Like that, you have to appreciate that.
Dude, when Under Oath came on with their fucking like, they came. I think they played. I don't know if they played the album in order, but the first song they played was the first song on the album. And I was just like, dude, this was fucking crazy. Like it was so good. It was so good.
Oh my god.
You only like you hear the screaming, like obviously you hear a recording of like screaming, and then you see them in live, and for it to just sound that good and like experience them screaming, like I actually you feel that. Like I don't know.
No, I mean that's live. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like I think for just to point out, like 90% of what we heard that day sounded like the recording, which I did not expect.
Except Emery. Emery was the worst. I think it's because that was like the first show first setup of the day. Because like then hearing people on the main stage,
their sound wasn't good. Yeah.
No,
the main stages were good, but where it was at, honestly, to me, was the Alliance and the Ghost stage. So Alliance is where Tom and I saw Thursday and Saves the Day back to back.
Yep.
Awesome.
The sound on that stage was fucking incredible. And first of all, having Thursday get up there and what's the lead singer's name, Tom?
Jeff.
Yeah. So, and he's like basically saying that none of their gear made it. Like nothing that they had on stage was theirs. So they didn't have their like light show and all that stuff cued in. It was literally just two guitars, a bassist, a drummer, and a lead vocalist in the most raw form ever. And I think hearing Full Collapse like that with no
Yeah.
no thrills or anything. It was insane. It was really, really
You
good.
saw Seosin and Thursday back to back.
No. Thursday saves the day.
And Saves the Day. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I met back up with you for Saves the Day. Okay.
Yeah.
So Emery, me and Michael, all of us were at Emery. Michael didn't listen to Emery, so that I have such a strong connection to that song. It's like one of those last songs is about like losing someone, and it just was like at that time in my life. So I'm very connected to Emery in that album.
Yeah.
But and then when we went over to the main stage, we caught the back end of Neck Deep, and you're like, dude, we should have been here the whole time because you
Neck
like
Deep was sick.
Neck Deep is awesome. They're very, very good. And then we went into Mayday Parade, and I don't think you listen to Mayday Parade, but they have some fucking bangers.
Yeah, I like Mayday Parade. I saw them with when I saw Yellow Card. Couple like last summer. I think
that's fucking sick, dude.
It was Yellow Card was so good.
Well, they're there this year, and I'm fucking stoked for that.
Yeah, and also
Avril Lavigne, dude. Dude, like, that's so cool.
I'm gonna watch all of her set.
100%. So I know I was with you for Emery, Neck Deep, and Mayday Parade. Then we stuck together for Under Oath. Tom was just in the front, and I remember seeing him for a little bit. Remember, we saw you for a little bit.
Tom goes to concerts a little bit differently than me.
Wait,
so I didn't have any water, and I was getting
hold on,
his wife was terrified. They went in together, and she came out like,
yeah. So
freaking out.
To get to the main stage is like a quarter, whatever it is. I don't know. Really long walk. So we're four of us, me, Jacqueline, you two, we're all going.
Yeah.
And I thought we all got to pretty close.
I got to like the
we
speakers.
Did.
We got to like me and Michael got to the speakers.
And we were good. And then you and Jacqueline were like, we're gonna go further. And then you're like, we're good right here.
Yes. Yeah. And then Jacqueline
came back to us like 2 minutes later.
No, but then we made our way up. We made our way up to him. And the sound of being that close to the speakers, just pounding your fucking chest, and like you want to like, but I had no water. I was like, I can't stay here. Like I'm gonna lose energy. I'm gonna pass out.
I'm gonna die here.
You have any water? And you just shake your thing, and there was nothing in it. I'm like, this is gonna like. So I was like, this can't happen right now.
The other great thing about this. I say smaller stages, but I've seen many big bands at like a stage no bigger than the Alliance. I thought that was the perfect size stage. I don't like the main stages. I'm not the outdoor festival, want to go hear one of my favorite bands in that setting type of guy.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's so just true. It's not good. I mean, it's good, but it's not good. Also, like the drums sound like gunshots. Like every single snare hit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Sleep Token is fine, and we will have to get to that at some point. But Sleep Token's playing some festivals. I'm not going to see them at a festival because I've seen clips of like their actual show.
Yeah, don't.
And it's their 3 albums, which is a trilogy, like curated for a show, versus seeing them play a couple of their songs at a festival. Like I'm not going to go see them at a festival.
Right. That's a super big point to bring up. Like festival is a different experience than actually seeing like me and Michael have seen tons of bands in like places that hold 100 people. And it's amazing. Like
even a couple hundred people, like 200, 300, 400. Yeah. Like what's that venue in in Brooklyn? It's like the warehousey kind of vibe, but it's pretty big. It's like newer. I forget what it's called, but I've seen a couple shows there, and I think it holds probably like 300 people or something.
Knitting Factory, Webster Hall.
There you go. Yeah, those are all perfect size venues.
Like all these places. Like Or it's a different. So festival has its own unique aura and experience that is music, but it's so many things else. It's just being in a place all day with so many people, food, drink. It's
an endurance, definitely an endurance thing.
Yeah.
Well, I saw State Champs, and they just played their album from front to back. So in that experience, that's probably the same as going to see the State Champs in their own show, or the most.
Oh yeah, and that was on a more.
Thing to it.
That
was on that Verizon stage. That was on that small stage where
I'm sure they sounded fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
I thought I was gonna try to get like 1 or 2.
Hawthorne Heights was there. I walked past it for Ohio's for love.
They were State Champs were the exact same time slot as Thursday, so there was no way I could even see a song. But I did want to see a couple songs from them.
That's the other aspect of a fucking festival is that
give and take
conflict
and choosing
conflicts.
Normal concert, you sign up to see a band and you see them. That's it.
Yeah. And you choose whether you want to see the openers or not.
Yeah.
True, 100%.
Yeah, the fact that we had to make the spreadsheet.
Yeah,
the spreadsheet that you guys made, and like it just every version got better and better of this.
I remember talking shit about Coheed picking Good Apollo on Burning Star 4. And then I listened to that album recently, and I'm like, I should have fucking.
It's good, dude.
I told the dude, when that album came out, at the time, I'll remember this, dude. When that album came out, I was working at the bank. I was a junior intern, and I was like dating kind of the senior intern at work, like at Bank of America. I remember literally breaking up with Ashley. So she had a boyfriend, I had a girlfriend. I never cheated, but I remember like I broke up with Ashley and I was trying to get her to break up with her boyfriend. Then she just never did. But so she cheated on her boyfriend, but I never cheated on Ashley. But I remember getting her this album. We bonded over Coheed, and I really only knew like A Favorite House Atlantic. I only knew like one song. I was like, yeah, I like Coheed, you know, like yeah, I fucking love Coheed.
I'll
and
say
I remember
whatever.
getting that album and like just listening to it in my car. And I fucking should have fucking saw it. I should have made it.
I mean that album's really good.
It's
but who were they playing at the same? There was a conflict.
They were playing at the same
Thursday again.
Yeah, and state
like,
champs. Yeah, and state champs. Yeah, exactly.
Rewind 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I saw Thursday open for Coheed. Like
Right.
that was at in Poughkeepsie. What's that fucking the Chance?
Oh, okay, dude, that's awesome. That's
dude. Awesome. Thursday opening for Coheed. That was a sick.
Yeah, the Chance Theater. Yeah, I see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I caught some. So Tom saw Under Oath. I think I napped. This is where like I think not. Tom found his nap time. My nap time. I was laying down listening to Dashboard Confessional.
They were good. Dude, they're the solid show.
I enjoyed Dashboard too.
Really good music to like lay down and try. Nap.
Good,
like well timed. I'm just chilling. It was great. Just being serenaded.
Yeah.
So
some bands went off they just told the organizers they were going to play an album, and they just did whatever they wanted. That was one of them.
Yes.
I think.
Because the organizers were strict. They were telling they could only play their album, and that's why.
And then once they got on stage,
out because of that.
They just did whatever they wanted once they got on. That's awesome.
Yeah. So they did. A couple other bands did it too, which was cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So Dashboard. Then you guys went to Saves the Day.
And then
we all caught Simple Plan.
Simple Plan, the beginning of them, yeah, for sure. And then I ran over back to whatever stage that was, the Ghost stage, and that was probably the starting line. That was the highlight of the entire day for me. Was the starting line into Motion City.
Yeah, that was cool.
I knew Motion City soundtrack hadn't played in a couple of years, I think, before that thing. So I was very excited about that, but also didn't realize how much I loved the starting line until COVID.
Songs in? Oh
no, until COVID. Like I obviously, best of me. I always loved that song. But I didn't ever really give Say It Like You Mean It that thorough of a listening. And what happened was they did a Studio 6 debut, where they got back together, like I think the second year into COVID or like the end of the first year, and they did like an on YouTube hour 20-minute thing where they played like all their hits. They called it the best of.
Yeah. Like a small room thing. What's that thing called?
Yeah. Like it was just like kind of like this, whatever. But their whole band was mic'd up and everything, and I must have watched that probably 2 or 3 times. And this was like before we even had tickets to when we were young.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my god, these guys are so good. I'm like, I fucked
cool,
up.
That's cool.
And then when you sent out the bands for the the festival. I saw a lot of bands I wanted to go to, but then I saw Starting Line and Motion City Soundtrack, and I'm like, I really want to go because
Wait, Michael, can you talk about your impression of Motion City lead singer?
Motion City. wait, what impression?
Like, how wasn't he like? Didn't he have an?
Oh yeah. He was like, and then he was like doing this and facing his band, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on there? And if you zoom in, I don't know if you can zoom
try
in,
to find it,
but there is a table behind him where he has a small oxygen tank next to a big bottle of water. So he was. So obviously, if you know Motion City Soundtrack, he's put on a few pounds. I mean, this guy was a rail. He was a rail. Like when I saw them years ago. He came out. I was like, "Is this his dad? Like, what's happening?
Look at this guy.
What is happening?
So I'm thinking it's right there. It's right there. It's right next to the mic stand.
Yeah.
So one of those things is absolutely. He was either doing whippets on stage or more than likely taking oxygen. Yeah.
And it's just like an apt, like it's like we're so old that our lead singers are like,
they're just like fading fast.
Yeah.
Well, bro, dude, so Simple Plan, and then that was the first time I'd never seen Taking Back Sunday live. Taking Back Sunday is fucking iconic, bro.
Yeah.
Like iconic. The album.
So talk about that since you were the only one. I think
Tell All Your Friends is an iconic album.
Yeah,
no, not the album. Talk about seeing them live.
fucking. It was me, Jacqueline, I think Danny and Christina, right? Do you not remember how he was like?
It was awful.
Yeah,
He was fucked up. He was just fucked up.
Yeah.
Like I felt bad. I'm like, wow, this is like I don't know what the fuck he's on or whatever, but I'm like, it was bad, dude.
Yeah.
It was,
and you have such, like you're saying, you have such an iconic band, like
yep.
one of the top 5 easily of that era.
Yep. Like I almost wish, because I think Brand New got canceled, but I almost like canceled as like people. I think whatever.
Like,
but
I hope the dude gets some help, because like people can't be fucking paying the money to go keep seeing them over and over again, and him just like
he just stopped singing at certain points. Obviously, like everybody knows every word to the song, so like it can carry the song. But like, dude, his backup singer was sick, like nailing it, screaming.
Yeah.
Dude.
He just looks like
I think he loves the cocaine. I really don't know though.
he's just a weird dude.
Oh no, he looks like he's drunk, dude. He looks like he's fucking.
He's like Michael Jackson.
Dude, what is he doing?
It's even better without audio. Like, what
it kind of is better without audio.
And then Tom, you got that anniversary vinyl. I got the regular one because you reminded me. I made the commitment to like any album that every song is a banger from front to back is you need to get that vinyl, right? Like, like I went to look for the Juturna vinyl for Circus Survive. It's like $250.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
That's a perfect example of just banger front to back. Like, and I think you got like the anniversary one, so it had all that cool shit.
Yeah,
I just have the regular one, but
yeah, it's a good medium to collect for like gold, like your gold albums, right? So I have like 30 or 40, but only great shit or whatever.
Yeah, we have them like featured in the living room now. Like we have like a whole display where like perfectly staggered and stuff. Is really, really cool.
How's the vinyl collection coming?
Good. She has all her Taylor Swift.
Nice.
I got Good Apollo Burning Star 4. Like, so clearly I should have fucking saw.
Yeah, you should have seen that.
Yep. Tell all your friends and Where You Want to Be is the first two. Yep. Under Oath. Arm's Length. You guys, I don't know if you guys listen to them. I'd like for you guys to give them a listen. They'll be at When We Were Young too. And then all 3 Sleep Token albums.
Sweet.
So it's coming along.
What do you have the player hooked up to? Like,
it's a legit. It has its own speakers. It's analog. It's like a legit record player.
Oh yeah. No, I imagine you might put it through.
Yeah, you could put on sexy speakers if you want.
Whatever.
But that's what I was asking, because he has the sound bar for the TV. I figured he wasn't.
Yeah.
Doing that.
No, I did whatever speakers it came with the black and red, right? That you put.
You have actual speakers. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
awesome.
and a record player, it sounds different.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
It's fucking different. I didn't know.
I thought you froze for a second.
No, dude, there's like a texture.
My point. Like I didn't know that. Like when they talk about the master of a record, right? Like, that's what they're talking about.
Yes. Yeah. It's sort of, but yeah, you could. There's like a texture to it.
Sure.
Vinyl.
Yeah. The way it's made is really cool.
The fact that a thing is rubbing a piece of plastic.
I know.
And you have all of this music.
It's technology from the 1800s.
I'm really pumped that I'm going to get to see Blink-182.
Yeah, so this is the lineup for next year, which we're all going to. You could maybe point out, obviously, the big, right? Weezer's huge. I saw them, and I was like 10 feet away from fucking Rivers, and it was amazing. I can't wait to see them. But you have Alexis on Fire there, who I also fucking love. Starting Line is back. Jack's Mannequin is there.
Love Jack's Mannequin, dude.
Taking Back Sunday is back.
I'm not gonna go to that one. I Prevail. I don't know. You guys don't listen to them. They're like metalcore. They're really good. I'm very excited to see I Prevail.
Story of the Year.
I don't know as many bands on this one.
Oh, Stray Light Run is there. That's the
Straight Light Run. Set your goals.
That's Taking Back Sunday. Jonathan Nolan, the backup singer. That's his band. When he left,
my banger in that bottom right, dude, just tucked in the arm's length, man.
Yeah, there you go.
A local band. They're like a low. I'm surprised they're even on this list. This is just crazy.
Yeah, so this isn't the full list, by the way, right? This is just like
no, this is the list. Yeah. This is it.
No, right? Because the list for this year was like just the amount of bands were more.
No, a lot more.
They'll add bands. I think.
I think Tom's right.
No, hold on a second.
Here,
I'm gonna find the image.
Yeah, I'll stop sharing this one.
Is Blink-182 playing 2 albums? Is that right?
Is that what it said?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Anima of the State and Take Off Your Pants and Jacket.
And Jacket, they're playing
more. It's probably all there.
Oh, this is 2025. I literally just
yeah, so it has 3 of their albums and more. They must just be doing a best of or something.
Mm-hmm. So that is all the bands. All right. Well, I mean, there's at least 6 that I'm very excited to see. So
I just I don't know why. I mean, I didn't count, but I just thought there's like more bands last time. I don't know.
Well, if there's not, that means there will be more golf.
Oh yeah.
And Danny will play with us in Las Vegas.
Dude, I've been hitting balls 3-4 times a week.
Wait, what?
That's
I did not
awesome.
hear. What?
Dude, I had a lesson today. I got slotted, bro.
You got.
I feel good on the range.
Dude,
I actually didn't play golf and had a lesson instead, which is a very big step for me in my growth.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if you played today, miserable. The fucking wind.
Oh, I didn't realize it was going to be like that. Like, dude,
so bad.
When you woke up this morning, it felt like spring, right?
Yep.
And then out of nowhere,
yeah. Look how many more bands that is. That's so many more bands.
Is it really?
The text is so little.
I guess
maybe it's not. They're using a word cloud on the new poster. So
go back and forth. Just do a little back and forth.
Whoa.
Right? It cannot be. That has to be less bands, right?
That's less bands.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
It's less
I don't know either.
Is that less bands? Well, we'll find out.
Wait, those are all band. Or no, was that list 2 rows of bands?
Yeah.
Yes, this one.
It has to be less bands or more.
Yeah, this is 2 rows of bands.
Yes, it's less bands.
Yeah, so they'll probably add more as we go.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They added a second day? Did you see that?
Yeah.
I was getting the alert on my phone.
There's always 2 days.
Oh, okay.
It's just a thing but like Warped Tour is going to have different bands, different days. MGK is going to be at Warped Tour.
Warped Tour.
Warped Tour.
Warped Tour.
I'm excited for that one. I'm just the festivals. It's a whole.
Wait, are we going to Warped Tour?
We're going to Warped Tour.
When is that?
November. After when we were young.
I need dates. I need to put these on my calendar.
Warped Tour.
You've purchased tickets.
I know. We're good. I don't have anything on the calendar yet.
Yeah, remember it was Richie's birthday, and that's why Tom couldn't come.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. You know what? Looking at the tickets reminds me of something. Is VIP watching knowing what they paid just from the ticket prices, and then like watching their experience was like not matching up to value.
I like walking around.
Yeah, so it's just like it's an interest for people who've been there and maybe people who haven't been there, right? So it's like, unless you want a disconnected experience from the show, it's like don't
Plus the VIP really only gets you the main stage, right?
I saw them.
It was only by the main stage.
Only by Pink and Purple. Yeah, that's the only place that I saw them. Yeah.
Yeah, I was only at the main stage for 2 bands and not the entire show.
And otherwise, you're sitting in a not a crazy nice box or anything, but like far away from the stage. Like it's a weird. It must be a weird experience.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Taking Back Sunday, you guys went to see Motion City Soundtrack. Did you go with him, Tom, for Motion City Soundtrack?
I think he showed up at the end or like halfway through.
Okay. I think that's where I was napping to them.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, get a little recharge.
Yeah, and then there was Bayside I watched for a little bit, ran over to Chiodos, who we all saw.
Bro.
Which was really cool.
That was my favorite.
It was really cool.
Dude, that album is so good. I'm going to see them in April. I know, yeah. VIP tickets. I get to meet them. I'm very excited.
You get to meet them?
Yeah, I get to meet them. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
She invited me to that, I think.
Hold on.
What?
So it's funny because that connects with like seeing Bruce Springsteen. Like that's a person you do like meet and greets with, and it's funny that you've like there's some thread.
Skip it.
Yeah, like you're doing things backwards.
I mean,
like,
I don't even know what I'm going to say to them. I'm gonna be like, hey,
like, it's so weird, dude. Wait, who are you meeting?
Chiodos.
What are you gonna say to them? What the
Dude,
What's up, mate?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Like, yo, that's like
you'd be like,
so
No,
funny.
I'd be like,
You
dude,
guys
I
are
quit
awesome.
when we were
You'd like-
young. It was, dude.
My bad.
I don't know what I'm going to say.
They were
Maybe
good.
I'll chicken out.
No,
Chicken
no.
out.
I'm going to see them in like Tampa. They're playing somewhere in Tampa. Chiodos was my favorite. I don't know. Chiodos was my favorite. Between them and Under Oath was my favorite. I wish I saw Cartel. I wish I saw Coheed and Cambria.
Newfound Glory was awesome, even though
I wish I saw Newfound Glory. I was running out of steam, dude.
what's the guitarist name that has cancer? Is it
Chad?
Chad? Yeah, he wasn't there. But they were really good.
You guys went to Newfound. I think I caught some Jimmy Eat World.
I know you wrote that down on the little cheat sheet, but I actually didn't see Jimmy Eat World. One of my decisions was not seeing them because of conflict, and I've already seen Jimmy Eat World like
How many
5 times.
No.
It's more than that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen.
It's too many times.
They're my favorite band. They're my
Yeah, I'm
favorite
just
band.
kidding,
I love them.
Of all the music, of all your musical tastes, that's your. I'm not. Now it's selling.
It's very weird because it's weird because really, I fell in love with Clarity in college.
Okay.
And that album is not really what Jimmy Eat World is, to me.
Mhm.
But Bleed American, Futures. There's a lot of really good roots in all these albums, but like even Bleed American, there's like 4 or 5 tracks that I really like, and like the rest of them, I'm like, this is good. And like same thing with Futures, but Clarity, I could listen to
front to back,
cover to cover.
Yep.
At however many times in a row you asked.
You told me that they were your favorite band. I committed to listening to like albums, and I like some songs, but like it obviously means something different to you. I couldn't connect with it on the way that you did.
But not Clarity. Have you tried Clarity?
Yeah, listen to Clarity and Bleed American, like both of them, front to back.
Well, if those 2 albums don't get you, then that's not your
thing.
Like
there's songs on them that I really like, but I think it ties into like when you first discover that and whatever's going on.
Yeah,
right. It's hard to compare that to The Boss,
Sure.
Like when I was in college and my buddy Steve showed me Clarity, I'm like, what the fuck is this album?
Yeah.
Like, because all I knew was The Middle and Bleed American.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? There's an album before that?
I feel like your favorite band would have some hardcore elements. That's really what I mean by it.
No, I'm not. I don't really listen to a ton of hardcore anymore. I mean, I still like it. That's why Chiodos. I said they were good, but like, it was loud.
Dude, but the breakdowns were just fucking epic, dude.
Their
riffs are just so.
So that's one of the things that, like, when I was young, I would have enjoyed the shit out of that performance.
Yeah.
But it's like very loud now.
It's loud. I hear you. Well, you're gonna have to go on a Sleep Token ride with me, and
we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
They touch so many different. It's a ride, dude. I'm telling you.
They're the ones that wear masks, right?
Still masks. Still no one knows who they are. People are putting shit out on the internet. It's like kind of pissing me off a little bit because
we'll do the Sleep Token next or whenever, right? But I am a little worried because I don't know why I have this feeling, Danny, but I think. Like you like super, and not these aren't all the bands you like, but some of the bands you've introduced me to that I like, also they're super technical, and I don't know if that's true of Sleep Token. I don't want you to tell me. I don't want you to tell me. Just whatever, that's fine. But like think about In Flames or something like where it's
yes, I would go see In Flames in concert tomorrow.
Like, that's not my bag. That's not
I got you.
what
I
I
know what you
like.
mean.
And
I
I didn't
know
know. I was like, I don't know if this
No.
is where it's going, right? Where it's like impressive
not
as
like
fuck.
It's a reaction video, so we don't have to fake our reactions. They're
They're
pro reaction.
they're literally genreless,
Yeah.
and that is why they transcend music. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
You're
I'm
setting the bar really
Yeah,
high, though.
You're just
You're
not.
setting the bar really
Whatever.
high.
Fine.
They're genre.
'Cause I can tell you about a band called Mom Jeans. That's got
No.
Well, you
all
made
the
you
time.
made
No, the best part of the night was for me.
I like Mom Jeans. They've
Molly.
been coming up
Yeah,
on my
This is the best part of the night. We're watching Mom Jeans, and I'm tired, and I'm like, I was excited to see them, but I'm like, I'm tired. I want to go home. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, they're fucking good live too. And I turn to Molly, I'm like, what do you think? She's like, does he always sound like that? Because
Michael,
I mean,
let's go.
the lead singer, like, I mean, he's good, but I heard it when she said it. I heard it, and it's like he tries to say every word like yes, and I don't know why. It's like
Sounds, I guess.
you have to be trying to do that. It was like a little excessive in that moment. I heard it. I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also every band there. Like,
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So maybe you finally just heard enough.
So you
Yeah,
left after
it
Mom-
could-
you
it
left
could
after
have
Mom
been
Jeans. I left after A Day to Remember. I don't
was
know if
that?
you guys ever really got it. They were on the main stage. I don't know if you guys ever listened to Day to Remember.
Yeah, I never got into them, but they're hard.
I left for Fall Out Boy and
That song, If It Means a Lot to You, that acoustic song, that's like one of their most iconic songs. That's what they closed with. And I literally have oh man, if I could, the drone foot. I found drone footage on TikTok of people, like a drone panning over the crowd while If It Means a Lot to You is on the main stage, and you really get the depth of how many fucking people were there at like when you're in the dude.
Yeah.
When they had those, it's just crazy how many people were there. It was like 60,000.
Yeah, I think when MCR is playing, when I wasn't there, that was insane.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed for that. I didn't realize how many My Chemical Romance songs I liked because I was listening to them after when we were young, and I'm like,
Yeah, they have like a curated 8-show tour thing, like a very
okay. So they're going to be there again next year too, right?
My Chem, no,
that was a very special. Like they don't.
I thought I was getting a redo.
No,
who's the other big band that was there this year?
I
Be there?
We got Weezer, Avril Lavigne, Blink-182.
The Used is the highest one.
No, who's the one? Who's the one?
The Used was not.
Who's the one on the left of Blink-182? Go back to the thing.
Panic at the Disco.
There you go.
Oh,
okay. I don't know why I thought that was.
They stopped touring because he had kids.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. This is huge that he is doing. Yeah.
That was the other thing about Motion City. I saw them at their last tour. I don't think it was their last concert in New York. It was definitely their last tour, and that was like one of the last things I can remember with me, Molly, Bradley, and Rosie together.
Yeah.
Molly's sister passed away.
Yeah.
So like when they came back around, I'm like, oh fuck. Like I thought they were done. Like they said, like everybody was kind of growing and having kids and this, that, and the other thing. And like, so didn't think I was going to get a chance to see them again. That was pretty awesome.
That's
and
awesome.
now apparently I'm going to see them every year.
So maybe we could do, if we want to continue this, do like things in Vegas outside the show if we want on another app. But I do.
Yeah. All good. Let's wrap this.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well then, that was a good sesh.
That was a good sesh.
Good sesh.
Sesh. I knew we'd be able to do it.
Should I use a different background for the next one?
Yo, wait, did you have that the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh,
oh dude, the autumn leaves, dude. All right, so we're gonna try and bang these out weekly.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the goal. That's the goal. So we go. We'll share some ideas. See what topics we like. Obviously, Severance will continue to lead the charge at the beginning of the episode until it's done. And
when
then
do you come back, Dan?
I'm just gone this week, so the following week I'm fine.
No, like what day do you come back?
Oh, Sunday. I can do it on Sunday if we want to do Sunday. I can do it on Sunday.
What time do you get back on Sunday?
The cruise always drops you off at the crack of dawn, dude.
That's right.
I'll be home by like 11 a.m.
Okay.
Take a little nap.
So I can do Sunday evening.
I prefer not to do 9 o'clock if we're going to do Sunday.
Yep, that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right.
What do you guys want me to do?
Just keep that pretty face, baby.
Yeah, just keep that docking station plugged in, baby. Just keep that thing plugged in, bro.
We are fully docked and loaded.
And that's it. Just
let's
if I want to do my own render, I'll just go download all the code from this session, right? Can I do that?
now you know.
Right click inspect. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna text Jacqueline and say, "Hey,
how do I use Jacqueline?
what do I do?"
All right, love you guys. I'll see you soon.
You too.
All right, love you guys. Bye.